Are you tired of being timinged in Counter-Strike 2? Well, today I'm going to walk you through how to avoid getting these bad timings and make sure that you're aware of everything that's going on around the map. A lot of these bad timings in the mid rounds are just literally because we're not aware, and we're opening up those gaps and making our life harder than it needs to be. So without these timings affecting us and without us getting caught off so much, it's going to allow us to win more games and be so much more effective in the server. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So we're going to use nuke as an example here. Guys, a lot of times in CS, there is nothing that we can do with timings, right? There's moments and situations where when we're the ramp player, we have to go help outside or we have to rotate down and do these type of things. The biggest misconception I see players not understanding is I see players thinking that they have to deal with all of these timings. They can't allow this to happen. Guys, no one said that just because there's a timing that could be there doesn't mean you have to go and stop it and do all this stuff. Sometimes you want that timing to happen, right? If we're the ramp player and we rotate down secret or they hear us doing that, it allows maybe our lobby player to take the space and timing the ramp guy. Then we can take advantage of these little info plays that we're making, the sound, these audio cues, and actually allow us to react positively off the timings. Just the difference is you have to understand that the timing is there, right? If we rotate back in the ramp here, like say we went down lower, maybe we made some noise, understand that every second that you were gone, that is a second that this player could have walked out on you and taken advantage of that, right? So again, the timing is not bad. The fact that we're dropping down isn't necessarily a bad thing, but if we come up here and we're unaware of a guy that could be standing right here, of course it's bad, right? So whatever we're doing, we need to communicate these gaps, these openings up around the map so that our teammates know as well. Because if we rotate down, give this up, our teammates need to know that now J-Hall is a very exposed and vulnerable position. But before we get into the rest of the video, guys, I have to give you a message from the sponsor today. Thank you to the sponsor of today's video, Skins Monkey. They are one of the greatest and easiest to use CS2 trading sites out there. You can swap out the skins you do not like for brand new ones that are so much more fresh. Even skins that are trade locked can be secured by adding them to your backpack. The greatest thing about the site is that you can buy skins for so much cheaper with a 35% deposit bonus when you use my code, KOJO. Make sure to check out the freebie section where you can get a free skin just by completing tasks. On top of the bonuses, you also get a $5 bonus when clicking the link in the description. Alright guys, so as we just mentioned, the timings are not necessarily a bad thing, but also we don't want to give up more timings than we need to, right? So the culprit for a lot of you guys on why these bad moments, these bad timings are happening to you is because of the info that you're giving, right? Now in Counter-Strike 2, every run, every step that you're doing is going to make noise, right? So the first thing that we can do is understand that if we walk or rotates instead of running, it'll make our lives so much easier, right? When we run and we tell them exactly what we're doing, somebody that's lurking in this position is just sitting there going, oh, okay, ramp's clean. Okay, now we're lurking out and now we're sitting in this little timing. They get here, and again, because we're unaware, we're not understanding that we just gave this timing, we're not even gonna clear that, right? Versus maybe a player understands that these timings are open and he's sitting here and, you know, maybe you'll catch him off, maybe, right? But there's just so many things we need to be aware of. So you've got to go through that checklist when you are rotating off and getting these timings of, hey, you know, this is open, I'm vulnerable to this, he could have walked through here, and just understanding through your game sense what is more valuable to clear, what's more valuable to worry about, and what's not, right? Now, a really cool thing that you can do to block some of these timings is, you know, say you're playing ramp, right? They're heavy outside, they're doing all these things. Maybe something you can do is smoke ramp, make noise towards ramp, and then rotate out. Why? Because this guy that's sitting here, you know, he's chilling in ramp. Oh, they just smoked us off. Oh, I heard him step close, right? In his mind, he hears a step close. Ramp is smoked. You are now free because he is no way he's walking through that, right? And if he does, that's CS, man. Sometimes they just make crazy plays, but then we can come out here and actually fight outside, swing all these things, do this stuff, and it's very valuable. So using utility right before you go and do something is so good, because if we don't, what are we gonna do? We're smoking ramp and we're just staring at this, right? Like, what's the point of this? Like, you know what I mean? Maybe we'll catch someone walking through, true, that's good, but like, that's not valuable for our resources. Like, that's not something that we should be trying to give up. Now, one of my favorite things to do to counter these timings and all of this stuff is to fake audio cues, right? Faking audio cues is huge, and it allows us to really outplay our opponent. One thing that, you know, sometimes I'll do here on nuke is, again, we'll just be like talking about ramp here, right? So a lot of times when this stuff is going on, I will fake like I'm rotating down. I'll make noise on the ramp, but my teammates are saying, yo, like 3 down secret. And I know that there's someone chilling in ramp. I'll make that audio on the ramp and I will slide to a different position, right? And now you could do this anywhere, right? You know, say door is closed, for some reason they didn't break it, and you know, you want to trick your opponent, you can rotate out, drop down vents here, climb back up, and we're right back into sight, right? Now we're going right back to the spot we were in, because now they think that the guy that was top hut dropped down lower, but actually we're sitting in this position, so we can catch this guy that might try to walk out late. Like, he's connecting the dots. Okay, the top hut guy just dropped down the vents. I don't see anybody on site. Like, let me just walk out, boom, and you know, you're killing him because hopefully you got back in time. You know, maybe you might catch him out in the middle of jumping up here, but the point being is, like, you can really open yourself up to countering these mid-round timings and these things by genuinely just like faking this information and being so unpredictable with what you're doing. I tell you guys in every video that we talk about here is like being unpredictable is absolutely everything, right? And one thing I want to talk about though is like, guys, sometimes you're just gonna get CS'd, right? You could be holding this ramp angle for literally a minute into the round. Like, you've been here for 60 minutes. 60 minutes, I hope you're not. 60 seconds, right? We're posted on this, and the second you look away, he peeks. There's nothing we can do about that, right? Now, obviously, every situation is going to be different, but that truly is unlucky in that circumstance, right? But the problem is, a lot of us will do this. Like, we'll be holding, we'll unscope and walk, and then we're like, bro, and we get so mad at ourselves, and then we realize, like, guys, we're still fine. We're still fine. Like, right? Like, the round's still being played. We can post back up, and, you know, we no longer have to worry about this timing, because now we can just play the game again. It sucks, but like, don't think the round is over just because like something unlucky happened to you. Make your round worthwhile. And lastly, guys, one of the biggest reasons, and honestly this is probably the most important thing, is the reason we're getting timing so much and it's really bad is because we are not properly clearing things. I'll use outside as an example here. Sometimes the T's will sit in this position, right? They'll chill, you know, hiding below silo on this wall. You know, we might call for a flash from our teammate. Yo, flash outside for me. We throw a flash. Oh, nothing outside. Okay, guys, outside's clear. Hold up. Was outside actually clear? No, we didn't understand that this guy could be here. Now, I'm not saying this flash play is bad at all because we could flash peek. Okay, guys, I don't see anyone out there. Could only be Africa and back red, right? Now that comm allows our teammates to understand, like, could be in these positions, right? I couldn't clear them. He could be there because that guy might hear the flash, come out here, kill you, and you have your knife out rotating, and you're like, dude, I just looked outside. That timing is crazy. That's so bad. But it wasn't. He made a good play. You made a very bad play. That wasn't timing at all. That was all on you, right? But a lot of us don't learn from that because we just chalk it up to, bro, what is that? I must have not saw him or something. Like, that's just so unlucky for me. The second we stop thinking like that and we actually start applying ourselves and understanding, like, there's more to this game than just luck and unluck, and maybe we're not clearing things right, we're not doing things properly. Same thing in hut here, right? You might be a player, you run through here, okay, I don't see anything in hut, but we didn't cross all of the boxes. We didn't check everything, right? This guy could have just been chilling here. He hears you run in here. Oh, he's running away. Boom, he kills you with your back to hut because you thought you just looked in here. I see so many players complaining about timing, and this is genuinely like the root cause of why they're dying. So I hope you guys learned something from this video. We're gonna do better with these kind of mid-round timings and understand how to block them and make sure that we're not getting CS'd as much. It's gonna happen though. But yeah, appreciate every single one of you guys. Check out the videos on your screen right now. Hit that subscribe button. It means so much, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace out.